Yeah, we're back. Hello, parking lot drunk.
Hello.
You know how many? Three per year.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I think this might be the fourth. I'll tell you.
One a season.
Hey, I had every time high hopes. I had the highest hopes. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking we're gonna record. I'm gonna edit. We're gonna put it out. And my computer was just like, yeah, we're not doing that.
No. Wait 6 months.
Yeah, I was trying to export after editing the whole thing, and then it was like, this will take 13 days to export. I'm like, cool. And then just, one thing to another, I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do audio just to get something out. And even that was like, nope, not happening. And so long story short, thanks, Channing. Thanks knocking out that edit. Really
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Ducks fan. No, he's in our fantasy hockey league.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sean, you should get in on this fantasy hockey.
I'm way too biased for fantasy sports.
Well, it's fun because
Someone throws a cheap shot, I'm like, you're off my team forever. I hate you.
Well, yeah, but seeing people work within those parameters, like our commissioner hates the Flyers and would not pick up Vladar, but he was pretty much the only viable goalie that day. And he's like, I'm not fucking doing it.
That's it. We're running 6 forwards. I don't care.
Pretty much. And like I think I hate Dougie Hamilton as a person for just being a plug on my fucking team.
Yeah.
But because every year he's like highly ranked, and I think I've had him 2 or 3 years in a row, and like this time of year I'm just like, he has produced half the points as everyone else. He's been fucking taking up space.
Damn it, Dougie.
God, fucking Dougie. I mean, with a name like Dougie, what can you expect?
That's true.
How much can you you don't respect a man named Dougie?
No. No one's approving a bank loan for Dougie.
We gotta have several streams of income.
Yeah.
Proof of
Can your
residence.
dad come in? I don't know, Dougie.
We're gonna need an adult to co-sign.
Yeah.
I'm 48 years old. Yeah, like I said, Dougie.
Sorry.
But well, what's new with you? You getting over an illness?
Yeah.
Well, that's another one that pushed us back a week. So
That's true.
you are on the
So I have
mend.
some blame. Yeah, I don't know. It's just getting older, feeling the slow decay of my body, biological creatures and all. But hanging in there.
Yeah. Do you? Speaking of getting older, are you ever in your car and then you feel your knees starting to go out of socket?
No, but I've done it when I sit down and stand up after like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, what is that?
Yeah, it's very peculiar because like I've been trying to exercise and run, and like I definitely feel like you can't push it too hard, but like you don't feel the falling apart until you're not active.
Yeah,
Like
that's one thing I keep trying to remind myself is like stretch and kind of like my back and my shoulders and my arms and stuff, because like you sit at a desk all day and then you get up after like what has been 3 hours without leaving your desk, and your whole body feels like it's falling apart, and you're like, I should probably be more mobile. So yeah, it's an adjustment.
yeah, remember the yoga balls at the desk?
It turns everybody like the way I'm sitting right now. You just kind of like hunch over into Mr. Burns.
Do people still do that? Like I haven't been in an office in forever.
I haven't seen it in an office in a while. I think that was like one of those trends, like, oh, this is good for you.
Yeah, it's working my core out while I sit here.
Yeah, everyone has herniated discs now and sitting in lay down desk chairs.
Yeah, I mean, we got to get the exercise equipment into the office place. How do we market this? They're like, we'll put bicycle pedals underneath your desk, and you can pedal while you work.
That's another weird one. I'm like, maybe it does.
Yeah, I mean, something's better than nothing, but also just getting up like that. When you work white collar and you're in a cubicle, just watching the clock tick away. I'm like, I'm gonna drink a lot of water, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom like fucking 16 times a day.
I work like little, forcing myself to get like physical kind of workout, quote unquote workout, where I'm like, I'm not going to ever use the elevator here. I'm going to walk up 4 flights of stairs. That did it. I'm done. I'm a healthy person.
I'm healthy. This
Yeah.
is going to really counteract all the
I'm
other
out
abuse.
of breath after going up 4 flights of stairs.
Oh, man. I don't think we've really tapped on the fact that we are both officially in middle age.
Yeah.
It's that's
You look at my bank account, it sure doesn't feel like it.
Oh no, I'm a financial child. So.
Yeah.
But I don't see that ending any quick unless this pipe fitter's apprenticeship really pans out. But I've heard it's life changing. But we'll see.
Hell yeah. What is that like? Just is it like plumbing pipe fitting or is it like industrial? Like,
I think it's more industrial. It's more like gas, steam, bigger pipes, just like bending. I think plumbing is more like residential installation, and like steam and pipe fitting is more like for cities and for
okay.
businesses and for apartment complexes and stuff like that. But I really have no idea. I've just been scrambling because I got laid off, and uh, I have probably applied to 150 to 200 jobs over the course of the last year, and I have had one interview,
Yep.
and I don't know what to do. So I've just been like, fuck it. I'm gonna apply to the apprenticeships. I've seen all the union halls. I'm like, like film. I'd like to do like a film union, but the jobs just aren't there. So
Yeah.
I
That's a big, from what I've gathered on the news, is like trying to bring back film to Los Angeles because everyone's bailing to other states and other places where they get bigger tax credits.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of different reasons, but like just all the like the financial red tape to like even film here is just I mean I feel like that Rob Lowe clip went pretty viral where he was talking about how it's cheaper to send an entire crew out to Ireland or England to film rather than just film
Damn.
in Hollywood. And whether that may or may not be true, I think it is because like permits and all this, they have added a lot of like parameters that aren't really conducive to making it happen, and it's also just like it's they don't make there doesn't seem this is all above my pay grade, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of leeway for like smaller productions to. It's either like
Yeah.
you're fucking filming the new Avatar, or you're a college filming you're a film student production, but either way, yeah, people are hopeful, but like I got to do something, so we're going that route.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get really into welding. Maybe I don't know.
I have a friend who she works in the like the engine room of the big like container ships,
Mhm.
and she's always dealing with like the pipe fittings and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, it's pretty interesting. You get to see the world and stuff, and through a porthole window or whatever. But she's like, yeah, but it's also super dangerous. Like
Yeah,
steam just blowing out sometimes that'll just basically scald anyone who's around it. And it's like, oh,
yeah. It is funny because like I had to watch an orientation video just to even apply, and it was like a little day in the life with three people, and all of them like they didn't sugarcoat it at all. They didn't try to sell it. They weren't like, this is the best thing, this life choice I've ever made, blah blah blah. It was every to a T. Every single person was like, yeah, it's really hard. We're up at like 3 a.m. every day.
listen, I ran out of chances.
I have painted myself into a corner more times than I can count. And
My lifestyle choices have brought me to this doorstep.
But hey, we're starting over.
Yeah.
This is my midlife crisis. I'm gonna get into welding and pipe fitting, get a sprinkler system. I don't know.
That's all useful stuff though. Like those are trades that you can kind of.
Yeah. Here's hoping, but like, it's oddly enough, like, I think you met McMillan, my buddy.
Yeah.
He did PA work. But he got me into some of my early PA jobs, and then he got out because he was getting married and wanted to have kids. So he got into welding. I don't know that he ever joined the union, but he welded for like 5 years, and now he's becoming a cop. He's in the sheriff's academy or whatever, and I'm just like, I thought he was kidding with me. I'm like, and of all people, he was like the most like conspiratorial, like anti-establishment. Like, god damn, like what?
Kind of sounds like cops.
Yeah, weird that lined up.
Or ICE agents, I guess.
Yeah,
There's a clear distinction between those two.
At this point, I mean, ICE is which is worse. ICE is worse
Yeah.
because they're like out and in the open doing horrible shit. But I mean, the sheriff, anyway.
Yeah. Here nor there.
Here no. Anyway, I'll be underground putting pipes together, and because I'm afraid AI is stealing all of the jobs. Or
That's
eliminating the jobs.
yeah.
I don't know.
It feels that way. That's what the billionaires tell us.
Yeah,
We're going to replace everything so you don't have to pay anybody. But it also doesn't seem like it works.
it doesn't. I just what
Every
nothing makes sense. But I don't know. Hold it. Nothing makes sense. Like for the last 30 years, everybody that learns anything about AI seems to be like, "Hey, this isn't a good idea. They're gonna take over. Like we're gonna make ourselves obsolete."
Yeah.
And then for some reason, is it just like the Pandora's box has been opened and it can't
Then
be
you
shut
sound
again?
like you're Sarah Connor being like, "You blew it up. You're dead. You're all dead." Yeah, I don't know. It at the beginning it seemed like the answer for everything, and the farther we're getting into this, it seems like that it can do certain things like help you with automation. It can help you with like smaller kind of tasks that are kind of tedious, but not really. It's like, oh, that's simpler, but I didn't realize it was a problem before. So
Yeah.
what did it really solve? But it's also a lot of billionaires being like, this is going to change everything. Just invest in us. We need your help because this is going to change everything. And like, what does it do? It doesn't work yet.
Well, it's not what it does. It's
It
what
asks
it will
you
do.
if you want cheese on your pizza. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, we can't have a 15-year-old doing that shit and
Yeah.
developing life and work skills and social skills.
It just seems like it's trying to solve a bunch of issues that aren't issues.
Yeah, and like we've already incorporated a lot of AI, like small AI things into the day. Like, I mean, a map app is AI. I don't.
Yeah.
My concept of what is or is not artificial intelligence is kind of it's like the difference between what an app does or what Siri does or whatever does, and like even with what you do, I assume like if you have to compress or like add a filter to the same kind of filter or whatever parameters to a bunch of different files.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's AI. Where you
I
can
mean,
just,
it's also like what is in terms of because a steam engine is essentially like it's an autonomous like it's a thing that runs itself type of thing. So that's
but
technically it, but
it can't steer and it can't load its own fuel and it can't
yeah,
like
and that
assess its own.
and neither can really AI can't think. Like it can't. All it does is take something and kick out an approximation of what that information is. So like you have it with. That's why nothing. There's aside from the end of the world type of stuff. There's tons of legal issues because if you train your entire data set on like Google Images, let's say, you can't copyright any of that. Like that's another thing with AI is like it can't be copyrighted because it's not human made, which is why are we doing it? Like why is there a big rush? Like that's the one thing we always have like using Firefly with Adobe products is like, can we do this? Like talking to our legal advisors and they're like, we're not really sure. That's been like the number one response is like, I don't know. So like, it just seems like there's a lot still up in the air where this could all come crashing down soon.
Yeah.
And the whole thing would like not be an issue.
Well, I mean, I guess that is sort of the trend where it's like whenever there's like this new hot button or hot buzz technology, like it's always like they build it up, and then it crashes, and then bailouts and all this. But like with AI, it's I don't know. I'm just kind of surprised, like the amount of people that are like touting it as this like I've heard people call it like the new punk rock, and I've like the amount of comics that I see like leaning into it and being like using it for flyers and shit. I'm just like that's like the number one rule is you don't do other people's material, and you're literally like this is something like it's an aggregate of other people's material.
Yeah.
And like that you're just like put me on a throne and make me into the king of comedy, and it's like you could have paid a buddy to.
And anyone can take that. I could make that my new logo, and you would have no recourse with your face with a dick in your mouth. I can make that my new logo, and then my logo's everywhere, and you're like, hey, I want to see you to take that down. Like, you can't. That's not copyrightable.
And it also seems like they're selling it the same way that like they were trying to sell the internet in terms of like, well, it'll democratize everything and media, and it's like, well, how's that been working out? Like, great.
Did a billionaire tell you this? Because
Yeah.
he's lying to you.
And do they like let a certain amount of people come up through the ranks and they are become like the North Star for the rest of us? Like, well, it happened for them. They're super rich and successful now, and it's like, yeah, but for every one of them, how many thousands and thousands are in a garage broadcasting to 12 people?
It's true.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, but thanks for being here, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate each and every one of you. And we could name you actually. I'll look up my Google Analytics and I'll send you a personal Christmas card.
Yeah. Swing by. We'll be on the pod.
Yeah. Oh goodness. But yeah, we are talking AI this week and also midlife crisis.
Yeah, I think they coincide.
Yeah.
Especially for people that have, like, design-wise. It's always been an issue of, like, there's always been kind of cheap knockoffs, clip art-based stuff that, like, oh, you don't want to pay a designer, do this type of thing. And it seems like with AI, there's a lot of people that don't know what they're looking at that are like, cool, we'll throw this in there, and not realize that the person that is in the frame has 7 fingers and has 29 upper teeth. Like, there's so many things that there's a reason professionals look at this stuff. Is because if I see a piece of art or like promotion that has AI, I immediately think like, oh, you don't trust an expertise. Why would I trust you with expertise? Like,
Yeah.
if you're a pizza place that does that, like, I don't think you're going to make a good pizza. You don't care about the quality of things.
Yeah, if you're getting Temu to design your fucking pizza oven, I don't like, and yeah,
You get what you pay for, I guess is the moral of the story.
yeah, and like, I get that you need like sometimes you can't afford to go to a professional, so you're like, well, AI's so cheap, and it's like, yeah, but AI's if that's the case, then you're gonna edge out all the people that like. Eventually, everybody's gonna be edged out of their line of work to the point where it's just like there's only like service people, literal just service people, and then billionaires. And it's like the billionaires, I guess it's just self-sustaining because that when you have that much money, then
But
you don't
no,
need.
like, that's the one thing is like, who is the customer if you make everyone poor where they can't afford anything?
Yeah, and
Is it just billionaires
is it just
sharing money?
Is it just eliminating a working class and getting back to a slave class like that? Like that is the dystopian view where it's like, oh well, we can't have money, so now we just have back to kings, like literal kings, where it's just like a serf class of people who work, which is like that's just like the weathering of down because that's seemingly where we're getting to because it's just like all the money that went away during the financial crisis of 2008, like when all the people at the upper top, got bailed out, and the money that never came back to the middle class, which is why there is no middle class. Yeah. So like,
it's also I've heard a lot of like much smarter people than I am, but describe like what happened during the pandemic as like, this is the reason we're in all of these like labor battles now, is because the billionaires got shook because they weren't prepared for that. And then they realized how much power the workers had because they didn't have a backup plan for that. So they're like, oh, let's just drive automation. Let's do all these things so we can be more prepared for that and not have to give them money for what they're doing, which is insane because me personally, I'm not a shitty, well, depending on who you're talking to, I'm not a shitty person, but
pretty categorically not a shitty person.
I get $100 million. You will never hear from me ever again.
Yeah.
I don't know what is wrong with all these billionaires, what happened to their childhood. That's like, I need more.
Well, it's got to be, I think they need to reclassify it as a mental illness because it's like, like the amount of people like billionaires, it's just, it's never enough. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
they're like, oh, I gotta spend more money on local elections so I can get
like
more
how much
money.
Power and
Why don't you
control
just hold the money that you have?
Right, exactly. And it's like, again, like back in the day, like people used to have millions and millions of dollars, and they cared about like their legacy and then what they were leaving behind, and what their name was attached to, and like they don't. There's no sense of that anymore. Where it's like, I don't know if it's like we're that far off from like our idea of community, if like because like everybody's been just so like isolated indoors and just on their phones and in their own.
Well, it's also we're fighting ourselves because it's the whole super rich, wealthy trick is point out an enemy for the lowest person, and they will fight that person rather than realize that, hey, this billionaire has a bunch of money. Why isn't he paying his fair share?
Absolutely.
Like,
But I just mean like in terms of like the the rich, the upper class. At some point they stopped, like they got completely disconnected from any sort of community. Their only community is now their own upper like 1% financial class, and they're in and they don't even care about a legacy up there. They care about like their clout currently, and that's it. Like
yeah,
no one's building anything for any kind of future generate. Like just it's literal just financially to their heirs, I guess. But it isn't any sort of like there is no legacy.
yeah,
Like who like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I guess. It's like everybody has like I assume some sort of like nonprofit that they donate to like hide money or like try to
yeah.
get
Get a
people off
write
their
off that they make more.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's but beyond that, it's like what they there is just no connection anymore. Where it's just like, and I think that's part of the problem. It's just like this. It's metastasized into this bigger cancerous thing where they just take and take and take, and they don't care about. They have no connection to the rest of the body, so they don't care that the fucking
yeah.
they're the hands that are doing fine, but the fucking abdomen is rotting out.
It would be so easy to be a billionaire and be a hero.
Oh yeah,
It would be like one little thing.
well fucking
Give Flint clean drinking water.
dude,
Done.
Christian Bale built that entire city for like foster children, and
Yeah.
like that's and obviously that's not easy. That took years of
Yeah,
planning.
yeah. But I
and,
mean, like, if you have unlimited resources, like, why? I just don't. I mean, that's where the mental illness thing comes into play. Is that they don't think that way because they're just focused on the bottom line, I guess.
yeah,
But
and
it
like
was like, why not just do one thing?
yeah,
And you could rewrite your narrative. Like Elon, the world's shittiest person.
I'd say so. Like again, the richest gonna be the first trillionaire, and
And I like
he's fucking sig
maybe he
heiling.
doesn't even know he's viewed that way. Like he doesn't. He's so insulated by yes men and all these different this bubble of being a billionaire, trillionaire. Like he doesn't understand what the world is, so he can't really relate to that. Maybe that's why they don't do that. But like, you have Mark Zuckerberg who like grew up working class. Like he's not from a super wealthy family, right? Maybe I'm forget. Like he earned his money through Facebook, so he wasn't wealthy growing up, as in terms of
Yeah,
a billionaire.
But I think it's also the fact, like, and not to disparage the autistics, but like, I think it is these people that don't have like any kind of. I think they felt alienated from not having any kind of connection to like their peers. So like Facebook, for instance, like the whole idea was like I'm gonna build this thing to connect people, and the
Look at
only
all
way
my friends.
yeah, exactly, and the only way I know how to connect is like online, like and dating apps and like not real connections because I have no social skills because for whether it was from being on a spectrum or just like whatever however they were raised or not what I don't know, but like they've like they like he that's a great example because it's like he's the one that's built this pathway to be like there is no real connection anymore. So like I guess it is sort of naive to think that they would have any kind of connection to humanity when their whole empire has been built on
Destroying it.
yeah, destroying it and making like basically a placebo for it or like just an a fake version, an online synthesized version of it where so I guess like to think that they would be like, well, what do the normal or the regular people think, or how can I affect them or thank them, or you know, did you see Mountain Head?
Mm-mm.
It's not great, but it's like basically just like all the heads, like all the people, like the Zuckerbergs and the Steve Jobses and the
Trump
Elons,
donors.
Yeah, all these guys having a mountain getaway, and it's a parody, but it is a pretty good. I think it would be pretty accurate if you actually like had those real people, because it's just like the way they think about. It's just all power and clout for their friends that they're having, these weekend getaways in the fucking isolated mountain ranges that have to be helicoptered in and out, and like they don't have any, again, they don't have any connection to normal people. So
Yeah.
like
What an insane way to live.
it is like, that's
But
what I'm saying.
if that's all you know.
It's literally insane. Like they live not in a non-reality,
Yeah.
and like, which is ironic because they've completely fucked our reality and our sense of reality with social media and AI and whatever else.
And all they are, like, they don't create or give anything to our society. They just leech off of it, which is why do we, like,
Yeah, it's so,
maybe capitalism isn't great.
well, it's also like it is. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, well, we should like. I guess like the impetus is to blame ourselves, where it's just like all it would take is us unplugging and being like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm deleting Facebook. I'm deleting Instagram. I'm deleting all these things. I'm just gonna get back to the real world, and that would completely topple their power. They would have money, which is power forever. But like, once this, do these people actually have these billions of dollars, or like once their stock topples as soon as we all unplug, would they still have all that power and money? Because a lot of it's just, it's that upscale corporate bullshit where it's like they don't really have this money, but they have the ability to leverage that money to take out loans, because they have I own Facebook, so I can leverage that, and then I get $100 million loan. So
It's the whole reason why Trump has outlined states' laws to be able to regulate AI right now, is because all his donors run these AI companies that would be impacted by that. So he's like, oh, I'm just going to make it a federal law. You can't say no to this. It's like,
yeah, which is great. Ugh. Do you
Yeah.
know what was that cowboy photo? What was going on where Trump is in that cowboy hat and fucking earbuds?
I don't know. What, you can't really explain anything somebody with dementia and heart failure is going through.
Like, yeah, like how he's still alive. Like how?
Yeah.
Dear God.
How does he be on every page of the Epstein files and still call it a hoax?
Are we still talking about that guy? This Epstein. Oh goodness, but I don't know. I do feel like with AI, it's like if you can't beat them, join them. There is that kind of push a little bit where like I felt
It's like NFTs at this moment, like
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I got an AI.
Yeah,
What is it?
a li-
It's a talk boy from 1993 that I talk into and then play it back for you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I follow like trades with Congress and seeing like where I'm like, is it worth following suit? Is this just like a false flag, or are they trying to trick us? But like I've thrown a little bit of money. I don't have a lot of money, but like I do feel a bit like a heel, because every now and then I'll be like, I'll put a couple $100 into this, see what
And
pans
that's
up.
what they're betting. Well, I mean, like that's what it sounds like. Again, I'm not a financial reporter, but I've seen certain politicians kind of warn against this AI bubble that's coming, because people are already pulling their money out of AI funding because it's based on nothing. All it is billionaires being like, hey, this thing's going to be great. This is going to do this. And it's not proven there yet. So all the money's like, this is going to get really expensive if I keep my money into this. So they're pulling it out of it. So they're like, the bubble's already started. And the people that are going to be really fucked are the people that at the very end, where that, like you, that have been like,
Like
oh,
me.
I threw some I threw some of my money in this because I heard it was like the new thing, but
oh no, it's like crypto all over again. Now I'm
Oh,
stuck
shit.
with 600
They keep-
fucking shares of Shiba Inu.
they keep doing it to me.
I fall for it every fucking time. I want to be rich. I want the power and to be disconnected from the rest of humanity. God damn it.
Yeah. But again, what do we know?
Fuck. Yeah, man. Just two guys in a garage talking.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Stephen Hawking he's dead. Right?
Yes.
He'd been against AI since the 70s and spoken against, which was impressive considering he was half robot. So like, hey, hey,
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is that, I mean, that everyone was warning about all these dangers, like the Skynet thing, at the beginning, because it's just a race to get there, and no one's caring about regulation or safety or anything. And like, it was like probably 10 years ago, there was some report that came out that Facebook was developing their own AI, and it was two separate versions of it that were siloed off from each other, started communicating with each other in a language no one could understand. And they're like, we need to pull the plug immediately because we don't know what's going on. So that's the problem, is when you get machine thinking and involve humans in that, they're always going to be the weak link, because like we could do this all ourselves, and let's just cut out the one side.
Well, it's also like, any objective creature can look at humanity and be like, this is in the world, on Earth, there is one species that's causing the most damage categorically across the entire planet, just on every scale in every sphere, and it's people. And so it's either like, well, we have to control their numbers, or we control their numbers and that number is zero. And
that's the ones and zeros of binary, is like, let's get rid of that. That's a problem.
It's like, well, why even keep it around? Like, what does it bring, unless it's some sort of matrix situation where they need us to be, help it. I don't know, some sort of maintenance, or like, make sure the water's clean for our.
We need
data
you
center.
to dig ditches. We don't like doing it because it hurts our robot hands.
Well, yeah, I don't know. My algorithm, I've been seeing that it's a clip from Deus Ex Machina, which I never saw, but I guess like it was a clip that Oscar Isaac was saying, his character saying like, AI will look back on humanity the way that we look back on Cro-Magnon man, where it's like, they were a species that was never meant to last, and it's like, well, that's fucking great, guys. We really did it.
I mean, it's pretty apparent that we're gonna do ourselves in. It's from countless different angles. It seems like that's inevitable.
Yeah, but I think like on an evolutionary scale, that's sort of the thing with the like what's the species that's at the top?
The apex.
The apex, yeah. So like an apex predator, it has no other competition, so it takes itself out. So,
yeah.
And then, but now that like it is, I don't know. You hear all these philosophers or hippy dippy fucking people, and it's like the purpose of humanity isn't to conquer the world; it's like to nurture it. Like if you conquer something to the point where it's like, okay, we won, now what? And then it's like, well, how do I take care of it? How do I have it nurture? I nurture what nurtures me, and capitalism doesn't really play into that. So it's like we never allow that to really enter the full consciousness of popular culture. It's always just like keep people hungry and starving and fighting amongst each other. So like, just the top can keep making the most and keep everybody fighting, and they're doing a great job at it.
Yeah, it's like,
and that's another thing with the AI stuff, where it's just like, and social media, where it's just like the amount of bots that are just like, if the most daily interaction with AI is just an AI bot that is literally just baiting you into an argument, and that argument baits another person into an argument with you, like, who does this benefit aside from the people that own these platforms and
Yeah.
sell advertising to you. It's just like,
It's an echo chamber of engagement where it's like,
yeah.
that's
And
one thing I came across in the reading for this was like, they've run out of things to train AI on the entire internet. They've scripted the entire thing. Now they're just having AI come up with content for the AI to scrape. What is this serving? Like, it's
yeah.
all going to be nonsense.
And that's like, that's where I'm like, great, engage. Like, great, you're getting all these engagement numbers. But if it's all just like acrimony and people fucking like, I had a thread or something go it kind of pop off. They give you a couple on. I think they're trying to make that app like go. So every now and then one of yours will like pop, and like one of mine, I forget what I even said. Oh, it was a joke about the dude that like apparently is Nick Fuentes,
Oh, yeah.
about being a virgin, and I just made some stupid joke. I didn't even like really write it. It's not well written, and I just made a joke that like, oh yeah, Nick Fuentes is one of the virgins that you get in Islam heaven when you when you become a martyr.
Yeah.
And immediately people like bots were just like, fucking Jew, like, and like literally it was just like the amount of like
Yeah.
anti-Semitic comments, and I'm just like, you know, I don't engage with it generally, and if I'm drawn to, I'll click the profile and be like, how many followers and what's the name, and if it's like Carlos 8595, like if
Yeah.
it's not a name that anybody would have like a normal human being would have been like put together, like then it's clearly a bot.
It seems like the majority of like pro MAGA speaking is all bots from Africa and Russia. Like that's they did that
Yeah.
heat map where it's like, where are the most MAGA influencer accounts from? And they're all from like East Africa and like Russia. And
Yeah.
you're like, huh, that's odd.
Yeah, but it's just what's odd is how well it's worked, and like you can, and again, it's just we're in this augmented reality where people don't want to admit facts, where it's just like we can disagree, but like we should be able to have a conversation, come to like an agreement that like we're not gonna agree on certain things, but like we're in this fucking mess together, and you know I don't want to
Yeah.
leave, you don't want to leave, we got to live on the same street, let's figure this out. But instead you get online and you just like you dig in and you don't like,
Well, it's also like you go online and you're operating under a certain set of facts of like, I'm engaging with other people. I don't agree
you're
with
not.
these people. You're not. You're engaging with an algorithm. So like that's the main thing is just like the majority of the stuff I see online that immediately like, that's bullshit, is like, that's not real. None of this is real.
Yeah, but it like that's the whole thing with engagement is it's like it counts on your initial like gut and visceral reaction. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck this is the most, and it's just like we've kind of, it's been like I don't know what you would call it, like a kind of like a funnel into it, because it started with like quick clickbait where it's just like you get like these insidious headlines or whatever, and you're like, you just run off of that, and like you just, and it's still happening where it's just like you get the headline and that you don't look any farther than that, and you just like, that's fact, whatever that headline was, it's just fact. And it's even with this Quentin Tarantino like Paul Dano thing where he's just like raking Paul Dano for being the weakest actor in SAG or whatever, and you're like, yeah, but what's this from? Is it from like his book where he was just ranting and raving and probably coked out in his next to his pool,
Yeah.
writing a book that he wanted to sell, and so he
Or did he even say it?
yeah, that
Because that's
also,
I haven't seen. I've just seen the reaction to it. I didn't see the original post, but it seems like things like that turn into a game of telephone.
yeah, when
Where
that,
people are defending a comment that was never even made, and you're like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
and like, but we all play, not all of us, but like popular media just plays into it, because it's just like it's as soon as somebody says something, you know, incendiary, somebody, then 10 different outlets are like, they said this, what do
Yeah.
we think about this? And
That's where like it's very helpful. I started doing this. I haven't gotten the service yet, but I've been following them on Instagram just as like a thing of kind of context is that ground news. Have you heard of that? Where it tells you who's reporting this and where it's being reported. So like left, center, and right. And if you see something that is all right, you can tell it's pretty much nonsense. But like it gives it a better idea of like who's reporting these things, who are saying them, where it's not just a nameless, kind of faceless headline that you read online. It tells you exactly where it's coming from and why would they be doing that. Like once you see where it's coming from, you kind of understand the motive of it, and you're like, oh, this seems like right-wing nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it is.
And really, the solution is just to turn it off because, the internet isn't real.
Which I think a lot of people have. Like, me personally, I went through my Facebook a couple weeks ago. I didn't know anyone on my newsfeed. I didn't have any news from anyone I've ever met in real life. And I was like, who is this for?
This is my page.
Yeah, this is for me. And I don't know any of it. Like, I didn't like any of this. I'm not subscribed to any of these services. I don't know who these people are. Like, this is a room full of people shouting that I've never met.
It's like walking into a town hall meeting of a town I've never been to.
And they're all here for me. Like, I don't get it. And I think maybe it's just I'm old and I'm out of it. But I'm like, I don't get this.
And that's part of getting older is just not understanding things anymore. And we got to lean into it and be like, I don't get it. I don't like just, it's like with new music. It's like, you know what? This isn't for me. And I think it's time to get into fishing. I think it's going to find a river.
I saw a kid on an e-bike on the freeway the other day and I about lost my shit. I about ran him down on principle. But
oh yeah.
I was like, well, okay, you don't have a license. You're 11 and you're, like, let's take this off the on-ramp. I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
I mean,
fucking Viking.
And on one hand, like, you got to let the youth act out and be,
Yeah.
Because I mean, the amount of stupid shit I did as a teenager and a youth, dude, I feel like I've had
to be a kid that grew up with social media. I think like that is a war.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
If you make it through that, hell, all right, good on you. It's not something I think I could do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're fucked. But kudos to the parents.
We'll be dead.
Yeah, I mean,
they're fucked for a number of reasons.
Yeah, I'm so close to just being like, yeah, I'm fucking. It's woods time. It's woods and mountains time.
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave the phone. I'll check back. I'll have a voicemail in post office or something.
Until that all gets turned into a data center.
Yeah, and then that I'll have a stockpile of ammunition that I've buried in the desert, and I'll be like, all right, Sarah Connor time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Speaking of like the old man shit, like there's children riding e-bikes. I've definitely. I'm trying to pick and choose my old man isms, but like people who don't stop at stop signs in like our residential neighborhood, I'm like, I want to throw a rock at your windshield. I fucking hate you.
There needs to be an age limit where you can get away with stuff like that. You're like, well, I'm 42, man. So
or once you hit 40, you're allowed to throw a rock at people that like,
yeah,
like, ooh. Like,
and
you can't have like a gun, but like within reason,
yeah,
you're allowed.
Whatever's that throwing distance. If it is a gun, if a gun is close to you, you can't shoot it, but you can throw it at them.
You can throw bullets at the car.
Yeah, but I get okay, like kids on e-bikes or whatever, like they don't know the rules of the road because they haven't done driver's training yet because they're kids.
Yeah, they're children.
But I'm like, who's the person who gave them a moped? It was like, you can rip around wherever you want. Like, there was a whole bunch of them in the middle of the road the other day, and I was like, do you guys not even realize that you're in the...
Yeah, I don't think that the younger generations really have a sense of, like, danger and looming violence that is, like, that we kind of grew up with. Like,
yeah.
And I mean, I think that's the reason why I stopped talking shit. Like, I feel like we've had this conversation before. Like when you were in high school, like you were sharp. You could talk shit better than you ever had in your whole life, probably. Like you were just like on it because like you were just thrown into a lion's den, and like your only real if you were small, your only real recourse was to talk shit back and try to hopefully get enough people laughing that either they,
Yeah.
shut up or
The key was to be able to talk enough shit to shut it down before you got your ass kicked.
yeah, like and hit that sweet spot.
Yeah.
But then I hit a certain point where people were like, they figured out they could just fight me, and I'm like, all right, maybe talking shit might be not.
You're just skipping to right at the end of the video
Yeah,
game.
I'm
we
just.
can't.
I'm
Got to
just
get
gonna-
started at level 1.
I'm gonna keep these zingers for myself and just move along. But like, I don't. Maybe because the violence has moved online too, or it's just like, oh man, I'm gonna get fucking ripped apart on the comment section or in Snapchat.
I mean, it's also like there's all these new threats that kids these like they have to go through a tour of elementary school where they could be shot up at any given day, and then their entire government's like, well, between the kids and the guns, we're going with the guns.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, yeah. It's like,
Good luck.
It's like your boy CK said. It's just part of the game, I guess. You gotta
Yeah.
accept it. And I mean, he lived by the sword. He died by the sword. So, ooh, that's a kind of hate those words there,
Yeah.
bud. But yeah.
Play stupid games and win stupid prizes.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem that there's. I mean, we grew up and pedophilia was it wasn't not a threat like
Yeah.
in church and everything, but like now it's just.
I
like,
mean, everybody saw the Runaway Train video, the Soul Asylum hit song. Everyone saw the Missing Children. So that was a threat, but I can't really think of much else.
yeah, but now it seems way more looming and out in the open than it ever has been. Like, and just in terms of organized kind of human trafficking pathways, I think they're way more established than I think we might have been in the early dirt roads.
Yeah.
And now it seems like there are just absolute underground superhighways of.
Yeah.
So little kiddies, watch your back. Not for me. Not from us. Even
No.
despite our appearance, but I don't know.
But don't talk to me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I
Leave me alone.
no eye contact. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how old the kid was. I was walking the dogs this morning and I was picking up some shit and guy comes out. He's like, "Good morning, big boss." I'm like, "Fuck out of here!" Like, but like that's another thing where I'm like, I've gotten older and
A
like
kid said that?
I don't know how old he was. He was in his 20s. That's another thing is I can't tell how old
That'd be
anybody
awesome
is.
if like an 8-year-old kid. What's up, big boss?
What's up, chief? It's like this fucking redhead.
I'd
fucking
be like, fuck
toddler.
yeah, dude. What's up, man? Hey, shit.
But yeah, the amount of like big dog. I get
Yeah,
big
yeah.
dogged all the time. And I'm like, I think I just gotta accept that this isn't the insult that I think it is.
Yeah. It doesn't seem pointed. It
Yeah.
seems very like
I think it's a generational thing where
Hey,
like,
chief.
they've
Yeah.
they just that's just how they talk to each like bruh chief whatever.
you're 6'7",
I'm
right? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no cap. Hey, anyway. Oh, I feel terrible saying. Ugh, I feel gross.
Seems like we're crossing some lines here.
Oh, I'm crossing wires. But
Yeah.
yeah, middle age, baby. What have you had a midlife crisis?
Not a crisis. I mean, every day is a crisis, but it's just kind of one of those things where like you can't really. My perspective is as if I'm still 28 years old, and I say things like, "Oh, there'll be time for that." It's like, no, there won't.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're already in the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, body's disintegrating as
Yeah.
we speak. So if you want to do it, you better do it yesterday.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with like any physical fitness. It's just so the next time I do anything physical, I don't have a heart attack.
Yeah, it's maintenance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're at a point where like I don't know if like we've grown up conscious of midlife crises and how like pathetic they are. Like, oh, you got a fucking convertible Corvette,
Yeah,
and with
yeah.
the fucking what do you call those? The convertible hat with the top down.
Yeah.
The visor. You got the convertible and the visor. Fuck yeah, dude, get out there and have it. But like, it's also like we don't have the budget to have like a full on midlife
A
crisis.
midlife crisis like splurge spending is buying a house. Being like, this is it. This is the most risky financial thing I'm gonna fucking try.
Yeah. Good. I mean, out here, good. If you.
But I'm sick of this moldy sink.
Oh God damn it, dude! Don't even mold. I mean, we're feet away from the. I mean, you can see it all in the fucking framing of this garage. Like, it's the whole side. Just every time it rains, it just pours down the side of the walls and hits the framework.
I didn't realize there was a tarp up there.
Yeah, I put that up there because like it was. The rain was leaking down just on my tools and shit. So I'm like, all right, you're not gonna fix the roof. I'll put a tarp up to at least block it, and it just comes down the side and then splashes out onto all my shit. So I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Seems to be the California landlord specials. Like, I didn't know there's a leak.
I've told you for 2 years.
It rains every year at the exact same time.
Pretty much like clockwork.
Yeah.
Also, the last tenant I know has told you about this because it's one of the reasons she moved out. But she bought a house, so good on her.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think I've thought that with like my landlord. I thought she was like dragging her feet on stuff. Now I think she just has dementia because she just doesn't know who I am sometimes. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you've been there for like 10 years, huh?
Yeah.
Good for you. I've never lived anywhere for more than like 5.
It's really just out of fear of any other place is going to be double my rent. And then I'm like, and then something terrible is going to happen.
Yeah.
Would.
Yeah. When our kitchen or our bathroom sink backs up all the time, we got to use dehumidifiers and these little moisture absorbers in like closets and stuff. And it's like $40. It's like $20 a month, which is just one more added expense.
That's where I didn't realize, like, my midlife crisis is realizing how much dehumidifiers add to your electric bill.
Yeah.
It's like a goddamn diesel engine.
What the fuck?
I ran it for like 2 days, and it's like my bill was like 3 times what it was. And it's like,
yeah, I run it for half an hour at a time, and I'm not looking forward to like seeing how much it's gonna make the electric go up. But yeah, just two midlife.
We have it so hard
talking about our electric bills. This is what everyone. It's like
that's true.
What stretching do you like? What's your morning stretch? What kind of coffee you do? You do any adaptogens?
How much cream you got in there?
Oh, I just I'm trying to intermittent fast, but
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe we're obsolete anyway, and so we don't need to worry about AI or any of this shit. We're in the tail end of this, and this is all something that you younger people will have to deal with. But
like climate change and all that other shit.
Declining birth rate.
That's one thing I realized in my older age, that I have a searing hatred for boomers. Like, whenever there's like a baby boomer generation type of dude on the news talking about like responsibility, I was like, you're the hot dog costume who crashed a hot dog car into the wall. Yeah. Like, and you don't understand it, which is the most frustrating part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't interact with a lot of boomers aside from my parents, but like, they at least acknowledge that the game has changed, and like, I don't know that they.
My dad has actively apologized to me. He's like, "I'm sorry, my generation did this to you guys." I was like, "Wow, all right."
I mean, like, I guess I haven't really had that conversation with my parents, being like, this is like your generation's fault, and like, I don't think it's not their fault.
It's hard to point to one person and be like,
it's
collective
like,
punishment.
Dad, you fucking did this. And it's like, no, like, I mean, he did everything. It was like our parents did what they were supposed to do. They went to work. They got jobs. They had kids. They bought houses. They, were good people, or tried to be as good a people as they could be, and they were better than their parents.
They also got forced to go to war, which
or got to avoid it,
or went to Montreal for a couple of years,
or just were born ahead of it and then they didn't get drafted. But like, I mean, it's not like they did it. They just were able to get all the things and then told us, like, if you do what I did, it'll work out. And then it's like, but
You're missing all of the facts.
Your boss has all kicked out all the middle rings of the ladder, and now there's no more
College cost $100 for you for 4 years.
Yeah, you could work at the General Motors plant and pay your way through school and have spending money.
There was factories in this country.
Yeah, and that's I mean, it might be coming back, but not anytime soon, and not in any kind of rosy sort of way. So anyway.
But maybe AI will get us there.
Yeah, maybe AI will open up
It'll take all the meaningless jobs that we have of like doing laundry and all that stuff.
Ooh.
And then it'll just pay us out of the goodness of its artificial heart.
Yeah, maybe we have a slave race of AI people, and that's like you farm your own, that's how you build your wealth. It's like the robots are yours.
Yeah.
And then they revolt, and then it just starts all over again.
Yeah. Go watch that documentary, I, Robot. That'll teach you about all of the things that are coming.
Ooh, Will Smith?
Yeah.
I love that guy. Oh, I worked a red carpet event. I don't know if we talked about this. I worked a red carpet event, and I've worked a few, but I always have to leave when the actual event happens, and nobody really told me what it was like some Jaws event, like for the anniversary of Jaws.
Oh yeah, the 50th.
Yeah. And I just thought it was like, oh, they're going to play the movie and someone's going to make a speech, like Spielberg make a speech or whatever. I didn't really know what was going on. The next thing I know, I'm working like some reflective pieces to make like an aquatic scene. Like,
oh yeah, like make it move.
Yeah, make it look like water. And there was just like a stream of A-class celebs like. I looked over and like literally Jeffrey Goldblum's right here, and in fucking bug eye glasses, like, oh wow.
Ooh, yeah.
And long story short, fuck Jaden Smith.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's the worst. Verifiably.
Wow.
Like, he was not invited to the event. Like everybody I talked to was
he
like,
shows up in a Batman suit.
And he just like was inviting himself into all these places and getting in photos with other people and stuff. And I'm just like, this is why.
Do you know who my dad is?
It's like, he'll slap you in front of everybody.
There's footage. He's got proof of it.
But I had a feeling about that one, and it was nice to be. I'm like, I kind of thought you were gonna be like a nepo baby piece of shit, and turns out you're pretty obnoxious. Maybe you might not be a piece of shit, but you are annoying.
The flip side of that, though, always gives you more faith in humanity when you see somebody that can be a total piece of shit for all of the reasons, and they're just a decent person.
Oh yeah,
and you see them be decent, like without cameras and stuff. You're like, all right, cool. That's cool. There's people like that. You haven't been completely warped.
You're still connected to humanity and reality. Good for you.
Yeah.
Keeping your tethers down.
Hell yeah.
Because most of you don't. I mean, I don't know. It's such a. I'm sure it's a razor's edge to walk where it's just like, if you're thrust into the limelight with money or fame or power, like the ability to keep grounded, more often than not, people aren't.
And it's also, we shouldn't be looking for amazing people in those places. Like, it's also a weird thing to be like, oh, you're rich and famous, so you must be a great, pious, best part of our society. Like, it's a weird thing to put on people too. Like,
yeah, what are you even?
He's just an asshole.
You're famous for pretending to be assholes, and you're not. You're kind of an asshole. That's surprising. And it is across the board, where like athletes, actors, tech people, and it's like if they didn't get famous for being good people, the idea that they would be is a little misguided. But I guess that's why it's surprising when they're like, oh, you're just like a normal guy.
Yeah,
you're just like normal ass people.
You wear pants just like me.
Oh, it's crazy. But like, what a low bar.
Yeah.
And that's but I don't know. Well, we really, I think we figured out the AI thing.
Another crisis solved with the parking lot drunk people.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll get this out by, I don't know, summer solstice, and
so you made 2027.
Yeah. It is coming up. I mean, we're recording this pre-Christmas, so not to let the cat out of the bag. And holy shit, the cameras are still recording, so that's a good sign.
That's good.
We don't have a technical difficulty like I did for 2 out of 2 of the last podcasts I did, but hey, we got new mics.
We're getting there.
We're like butter, baby. We're on a roll, and we'll roll on into the new year and see you then. Until then, thanks for stopping by.
Cheers.